morning, everyone. This is my second attempt to get this video done. Dang it. I did a wonderful little snapshot video, short introduction, whatever, and I didn't toggle capture with audio, and so there my wonderful video was, and nothing was going up, so I'm doing it again. Oh God, ain't technology grand? At any rate, I am just about ready to do the viewer's choice restoration on the next project, and after I do this little video, I will do another video with that showing the choice. There's been a lot of views and a lot of support, a lot of likes, and I like likes. Not many comments and few requests for the next project as viewer's choice would be. So right now it's a tie, and I will break that tie, and fear not, whatever choice anybody would like to see will eventually be done over this long southern Ontario winter that we're looking into the teeth of. So what I've got right now is just a little project that I've been working on while I've been waiting to start this next restoration, and it is a Clairtone, one of three. It's the original one that I received back in 2007, I think, and it is just the chassis, and it has been my experimental model. I have done so many mods to it, so many changes, so many so-called upgrades. I've just sort of spent my time enjoying to see what I could change to make it better, make it different, make it whatever. And so it hardly is represented by what's on the original schematic. I can go through that sometime. In the meantime, though, what I've done is I created a little PC board with a FET-driven single stage left and right, so there's two transistors in there. And the reason I did that is that there is a preamp stage of such a 12AX7, one triode per channel, and it has always been plagued with hum. And the hum has been the result of leakage between the heater, which is AC driven, to the cathode, and however many different 12AX7s I tried, still the background hum was there. And I experimented with rectifying the filament voltage, and that reduced it to a substantial amount, but there still was a background hum. Now what I have proposed and cobbled up is an FET transistor stage to completely eliminate that 12AX7. I think the problem with the original design is that in making a stereo console with push-pull output and a power transformer on the chassis and AC run everywhere and AC run to the many dial lights that this thing has had, there's just so much AC floating around the chassis that it's kind of hard to eliminate it. Yes, I could make a separate box and isolate that 12AX7, but I thought a more novel choice would be to eliminate that one completely. And I've done that, so it's yet to be put in, but I wanted to show you the what I've cobbled together, and it's a very interesting thing, and I'm quite proud of it. So at any rate, what I will do is switch cameras, and I'll come back and I'll show you what I've got. So hang on, don't go anywhere. Okay, I am back, and what you're looking at is this miniaturized version, and I'm tired of this new meter I have constantly beeping at me. I'll have to see if I can turn that feature off. At any rate, there's quite a few people that I watch that do similar things to me. The two fellas in Australia and a gentleman from the Canary Islands, and some of the, and of course a fellow Canadian out on the west coast in BC in Canada. Um, the trend is to do miniaturization for whatever reason, space requirements, things like that. Now I have a very complete large stock of resistors, quarter watt, half watt, 1 watt, 2 watt, 5 watt, 10 watt. It's taking up a fair bit of space. It's what I use, and I hate waiting for parts to come in. So I keep them, thank you for that beep, I I keep them in stock. The same thing with capacitors. I've got a number of low voltage Mylar and high voltage Mylar in an extensive range, not to mention all the electrolytics and things like that. So to do surface mount, which would be the next stage in miniaturization, would require me to duplicate everything I have, and I'm really not prepared to do that right now. However, what you are looking at is my attempt to, I've turned that off. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking out loud. At miniaturization, for no particular reason, because I've got oodles of space in the chassis to mount this thing, but I thought I'd challenge myself, and this is the result. Okay, see if it can focus in on it. And it is a stereo, 2-channel, single stage FET, 2SK170, which happens to be the FET I have, and the associated parts for the circuitry. And I'm amazed at somebody with my age and my vision situation that I've managed to do this, and it works, and everything works. So what I'll do is turn on my little signal tracer, and you can tell, right now I have it hooked up to the right channel, in and out. So my generator is feeding in approximately 1 kilohertz sine wave tone, and the output is being fed to this little portable signal tracer that I cobbled up last month, and I think I showed. Okay, I've already tested the left channel, so both work, and everything is fine in that situation. So that's ready to go. Now what I can do is I can slip in the schematic. Okay, now what I'm using, excuse me, I'll turn that off. That's an irritant. I'm only using this part. Okay, so that's one FET, which is 2SK170, the drain resistor 2.2K, the source resistor 1K, and a 47 microfarad bypass capacitor. There's the 47K, I want to say grid. It's the drain source. Yeah, the input. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then the load resistor, the 1 meg, that I only put in because I was testing it, and it needs to return back to ground in order to achieve the bias. Okay, so I've got 2 of them crammed into this little board, and then it works. So I will be mounting that in the Clairtone 300, I think it is. If I can swing this camera up and show you just how crowded this chassis is, it's big. And there's lots of stuff in there. And this was the trend, all right? This was supposedly relatively high-end, but it's AM, FM, and it is multiplex, although the multiplex isn't working. It's push-pull. It was originally designed with 6 GW8s, and even though I was given 2 sets of 6 GW8s somewhere along the line, to replace them, they're like $85 each, because they have not been in production for 50 years, something like that. What is more reasonably priced is 6 BW8s. 6 BM8s, confusing my tubes. and it required, the pinouts are totally different. It required completely rewiring both output stages there, and I did. I basically copied, pardon me all over, but I copied the Pioneer SX34 tube receiver that used those 6BM8s in there, and the result is fine. What I did, however, is in order to save money, save costs, protect my meager income, is I found that I could get 11 BM8s for less than half the price. So what I did was I bought sets, matched up 2 sets of pairs reasonably close for gain characteristics of the Pinto, and then I wired in a transformer to power them separately. And it was a bit much, but I managed to find a spot for it. And it also powers the plus and minus regulator for the preamp, and it'll power, pardon me, I'll swing that back down. It will power this fella, which requires plus 15 volts. And hopefully the hum will be almost non-existent. Okay. I've done an FM alignment on it, the old-fashioned, less accurate way, but it worked out well, whereas I just used a 10.7 kilohertz megahertz, 10.7 megahertz, thank you, AM tone, no, AM signal, unmodified, unmodulated, pardon me this morning, I need another coffee. And I followed the alignment procedures from a book that was published in about 1960, and its procedures really helped me do this, and the result is it's a lot more sensitive and it's a lot better fidelity, even though it's not the preferred way to align it. So I'm quite happy with that. So what I'm going to do is spend the next day or two getting this hooked in the circuit, make sure it's all right, and poodle around with this chassis a little bit more. And I have a case made for it, kind of a bulky thing. But at any rate, get that all ready, and then whatever I do with it, I'm not sure. But at any rate, I can move on to the viewer's choice for my next project. And this, just after I publish this video, I will get the selected unit up and reveal what it is, and we'll start going through this together. I'll do as much of it as I can on camera. I've got a number of new cameras, and I'm still diddling with the original software for it, and we'll see how that goes. And if it works out to be better than the use of the camcorder, then I will end up buying some better software where I can use multi-cam recording at the same time and get a higher resolution. Meanwhile, this seems to work okay. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. Please give a like if you like it, and please put a comment in if you feel up to it, and then we'll move on to the next project just as soon as I can. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care.